this shit now.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to F.A.C.T.S episode 7. This is your girl, Miss Trinnie. And also, this is the last episode of Black History Month as well. So, hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, what's up?
What y'all got going on today?
Blessed. How are you?
I'm doing great, actually. I just finished, singing or whatever. So I'm trying to get my energy right, but we all good. How you? Oh, I can see how you doing.
I'm good.
You're doing great.
I'm good.
Hey, Dad, what's going on, Dad?
Hey, right now I'm going to go ahead and jump into our last Black History Month person. And this right here is for Miss Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner. Miss Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner, she actually is the first Black woman who created the sanitary napkin belt. So not the pad, but it's actually a belt. With this belt, it really goes where like there's the pad that is already placed into the underwear during, that time. But there's an actual belt that you had to go and put on and you had to connect it to it. So that adhesive part, that bottom part of the pad was not always there. So in 1957, she went and she created a belt. Now, when I say this belt, really the best way I can describe it is it's like man's suspenders. You know what? As a matter of fact, to be honest, depending on what you're into, they sell it at your local adult novelty store. They've got something like that. And I think somebody just took her idea and just rolled off to the sunset with it. Anyway, a little bit more about her is the fact that she was an inventor, but the thing about it is that she never had anything that really came to fruition to give her the credit that she deserved. Because of the fact that it was 1957 and she was a Black woman, they did not give her credit for trying to go ahead she was trying to patent this idea. They never gave her credit for it. Because they didn't give her credit for it, and because they didn't give her credit for it, and they did not want her to, the best way I can describe it is because of the times, she wasn't able to go ahead and project the fact that she was doing something really well, something inventive, something creative. A white company came out to come and visit her. When they found out she was Black, they actually decided that they no longer had any money left and they were no longer interested in this idea. So she went out, she tried to patent this idea, and it took 30 years to go ahead and get credit for this patent. To really show how recent these things are, she was born in 1917. She just died in 2006. So so think about it, they waited 30 years. So by the time that she went ahead and got credit for this, some of us were born. Some of us were born already. So that's the crazy part about this. So yeah. So just saying again that Black women are amazing. They've been creative. They've been trying to do the best that they can do to create and get their just due credit. So I'm glad that we were able to go ahead and end this month with a nice highlight for someone who has changed so much of our lives and is a part of our lives every single month. If you don't get it, you're worried about it. If you do get it, you hate it. But yes, that's that on that. T, where you at, baby? What you got for us in politics?
Hey, y'all. Okay, so it's been a few things going on this week. First of all, we had Merrick Garland had his 2-day hearing in the Senate, his confirmation hearing for him to be the U.S. Attorney General. It's pretty interesting, and I'm excited about Merrick Garland getting his second chance to be a big name or a powerful person in the country. So he's an experienced and he's an accredited judge already. He's a federal judge who's been serving on the U.S. Circuit
was it U.S. Circuit Court? No, U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit. It's a mouthful, but he's been doing this for like decades now. He is more than qualified to be our attorney general. So it was a few takeaways that I got from the hearing where he vowed to like disregard politics completely and make all his decisions like based on the law. And he vowed to be a lawyer for the American people and not a lawyer for the president, unlike our previous administration and how he, ran his attorney general. And he's giving up a lifetime appointment um, as a federal judge to serve right now, which is it's not a lifetime appointment as attorney general, but he's giving that up because he feels that it's his duty he feels like he owes the country, because I believe because he got really emotional talking about his family. I believe that his family came to the US as Jewish immigrants, and he just was talking about how grateful he is, and he feels that he owes his back to the country. But if you've heard his name, you may have heard his name fairly recently. Before this, back when Obama was president, he was Obama's nominee for Supreme Court justice after Antonin Scalia died. But what happened was Mitch McConnell and his Republican Senate friends decided that they weren't even going to give Merrick Garland a chance to even they weren't even going to let it get to a vote, if it was up to them. So they blocked it. They said that Obama could not nominate a Supreme Court justice during an election year, because it's 2016. So he's an outgoing president. But this was like February that Antonin Scalia died. So they were like, oh, it's election year. We need to let the American people choose their president, and thus, their president choose the Supreme Court justice, so the American people indirectly get to choose. It was a whole bunch of BS, and turned around and Trump ended up nominating Amy Coney Barrett after Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, nominated her just a few weeks before the election, before the 2020 election. So it was just a whole debacle. So basically, I'm just pretty excited to see him back and having a chance to be a power in our country. And he's vowing to, his first order of business is going to be the insurrection at the Capitol. So Merrick Garland is going to hit the ground running and start, holding these people accountable who betrayed our country. So I'm excited to see that. The vote should be happening, I believe, within the next few weeks or so. I think they said next week, actually. But speaking on the Supreme Court, so Trump also had a really big loss, which warmed my heart. So the Supreme Court ruled that he has to give his tax returns over to the New York DA that requested them. So everybody knows that Trump has been working his damnedest to make sure that his tax returns would not be released. And this was his very last option, was this Supreme Court. He filed an appeal and they declined it. This was his last option. So them tax returns, they gotta go. The New York DA is going, New York can't stand Trump. So it's gonna be real funny to see this. But his tax returns more than likely will not be made, or they won't be made public immediately at all. So we ain't gonna know nothing. But I believe if it is brought to, if there are charges that come out of this, then some of his tax returns may be made public. But legal experts are saying it's looking like there are going to be charges. They're saying it looks like it might be tax fraud or bank fraud or insurance fraud charges, and they're speculating that he when he was applying for all these all these crazy loan amounts that he was basically saying he makes more than he does. And then he would turn around and file his taxes saying that he made less. So that's a form of fraud that he might be facing. They also are thinking he might be facing like charges for his involvement with those hush money payments for Stormy Daniels. So, his lawyer at the time, Michael Cohen, already served time. He was already convicted for his role in that situation, and he actually referenced Trump in that indictment. So it does not look good for Trump, and he's got, several cases against him at this point. I can't wait till he has his day in court. I just can't wait. But nonetheless, y'all, Trump still has this strong grip on Republicans. I don't know what he's doing to them. I don't understand. Like, it really is a cult. And he still remains the most powerful voice in the Republican Party. And he's been mentioning the idea that he might start his own political party. And 46% of Republicans said that if he does, they're going to be right on board with him. And I'm like, are y'all crazy? I don't understand what he does. What is he doing to these people? But he's also supposed to be announcing that whether or not he's going to run in 2024, which it clearly looks like he's going to. So we'll stay tuned for that. He'll be back. He'll be back on Twitter or social media, I'm sure, pretty soon, causing a ruckus. Another thing that happened today was the first day of the the day of the recording was the first day of the Senate hearings for the January 6th insurrection. Of course, they're just trying to gather details and piece together what failed that day. If any members of the FBI or law enforcement were complicit in what happened. So I've been kind of staying tuned to that to see what the outcome ends up being. But I wanted to also talk about the stimulus checks.
I need my stimulus.
Stimmy.
Yeah, so it's not really no huge update. It's still looking the same. Like, it's looking like we're going to get them in March or April. The deadline that they're setting is March 14th. I think I mentioned that before, that they want to have that signed off by the president by March 14th, which is the day that the unemployment benefits are going to stop. And there's just a little bit of holdup right now, and once they get that signature, it's good to go. We'll be getting those checks. People will start getting their checks within like a week. So best case scenario, March 14th, a week from then, people will start getting those checks. But it's like they just can't agree in the Senate. Like, the House is actually going to have a vote on this Friday. So I guess the day that y'all are hearing this, the House is holding their vote. But and we know it's pretty clear it's going to pass in the House, but it does not look like it's going to be as easy in the Senate. They, like, even though Democrats have the majority, Democrats can't agree because that $15 minimum wage is really causing a lot of debate. You have like the moderate Democrats that really feel like, no, we're not about to raise the minimum wage. It's not worth it for the price of it. And then progressive Democrats think it's like really necessary. So we'll see. Hopefully they don't stalemate it or anything. There's other parts of the bill that they're saying are too expensive, and it's a whole mess. And I'm just like, I hope that they can really understand that the longer they wait, the more the American people suffer, and they just need to come up with something ASAP at this point, because we need our stimulus checks. Like, come on. But it's still, if you make
desperately.
right. So still, if you make $75,000 or less as a single person, or $150,000 as a couple, and I think that they're going to include that child tax credit that we spoke about before, the $3,000 or $3,600. I think they're also going to be including that in the bill, so that's fun. And COVID, we hit a devastating milestone this week where 500,000 people and counting have died from COVID in America. So President Biden lowered the flag in honor of them for the week. Vaccine distribution is still hitting some roadblocks. Johnson and Johnson is expected to roll out a vaccine soon. And then for some reason, Dr. Fauci, like everybody's mad at him again. Like I don't understand. Everybody's always mad at Dr. Fauci. Like it's weird to me. What does he be doing? But he said that we need to prepare to be still wearing masks and social distancing well into 2022. So happy days. But the last thing I'm gonna bring up, I just want to extend my well wishes and prayers to the people who lost, who lost homes or passed away or whatever in the Texas crisis. So that was a really big deal, and I was actually going to talk more about it and how like the greed of people in power can cause people to suffer, but I think that really goes without saying. And like,
especially after Trump is president. Yes.
Yeah, and Texas leaders are pretty pretty much like Trump, they're greedy, and Texas has like a particular set of circumstances. They're the only state that I believe, I hope I'm wording this right, that privatizes their power grid. And so that particular circumstance probably wouldn't happen to anybody else. But I think that this was an eye opener, because it really just shows us, and it reminds us that we got to be prepared, and we have to be prepared to go into survivalist mode at any moment, because our leaders, they're going to be good. We saw Ted Cruz headed to Cancun. Ted Cruz is a senator in Texas, and he went to Cancun, and while his constituents were without power, without heat, were melting snow for water, and he was in Cancun. So I was like, for me, it made me think like, I gotta start learning how to, I don't know, grow my own food, or I need to start learning how to do stuff as like them people on Survivor and whatnot, because I know that just looking at that, these leaders, they don't care about us. They're gonna be good, and we might not be. And it's really devastating to see what Texas went through, over the past couple weeks. So that's that on that. Mo, what you got?
Oh, girl, wow, that was that right there. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yes, that pierced
I'm
my
sorry.
soul.
Did I overwhelm y'all? I'm sorry.
No, that was some wonderful information.
Telling facts. That's what we're about. Facts.
Facts, exactly. And we're going to bring it straight to you. And so another thing we're going to bring straight to you is we're going to talk about two different video shoots, okay? So we're going to start off with your boy, DaBaby. So he's being sued allegedly for punching the property owner at one of his video shoots. Allegedly, he was on the man's property when he punched the man. So this incident happened back in 2020, but it's just being come to light now, since that the media got a hold of it, and that the lawsuit and things like that have now been brought to light. And so I'm just like, damn, DaBaby, here you go again, putting your hands on somebody else. Like, as somebody that's in the limelight, you really got to get it together. We just got your boy Bobby Smurder coming home, and here you is trying to go in. Like, what the hell are you doing? So
he need therapy, like now.
Girl, he need anger management, therapy, the preacher, a reverend. He need to go sit with the other people in the jail at this point, because DaBaby is becoming more and more not favorable, in my opinion, with the things that he's doing.
Yeah, I think ever since that shooting down at the Walmart, he like, I done kill somebody, got away with it. I wish somebody would. I think that's his MO.
Yeah, but it's 2021, and I feel like as a Black man, he should be trying to hold himself in a different light. I mean, we have a lot of Black men in the entertainment industry right now doing a lot of positive things, and they may have been doing some unfavorable things at one time, and now they trying to turn it around. Not saying they at they peak just yet, but they turning it around. Meanwhile, he's still assaulting people. Like, I just, I love his music. He's cool and all, but I just personally, I'm over the BS. I'm over.
Yeah, he got to grow up. He got to grow up.
He got to grow up because we're growing up and we're getting tired of that. Hot girls don't like that. Sorry, we're not doing that. Period. All that stuff. We're gonna put you up in jail because we're gonna move on to the next one. Sorry, just is what it is. And nobody got time for you to keep being up in jail, beating people up on your video shoot. So anyway, moving along past him doing what he did. So 42 Doug ended up having the same similar situation at one of his video shoots with Roddy Ricch. Would you believe that? What's going on with the rappers and these shootouts on the music video sets? This thing is going crazy. So this happened down in Atlanta, okay? And so apparently, there was a shooting. 2 people got hurt. 1 person got arrested for drug possession. Like, what are you guys doing? Are you guys making movies or are you guys creating crime scenes? Like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Scarface, the black version.
Yeah, but I thought all these things were for purposes only, and I'm but
I feel like they need to stay out of Atlanta too. Like,
I gotta pick and choose who I'm starting to listen to. It's not. No, I know a lot of rappers in Atlanta that aren't doing stuff like that. Okay, they're making music, they're doing videos, things are safe, fine women are there, people are not getting shot and locked up for drug possession. No,
you're right, but it seems like where everybody, if they got a problem with something, it's like everything happened in Atlanta. You get shot in Atlanta, you get killed in Atlanta, you get robbed in Atlanta.
Well, also, I think, the media emphasizes a lot of things that are going on in Atlanta because, again, Atlanta is the new Black Hollywood. It is Black Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So also, that's a place that a lot of Black people, I won't say flee to, but it's a place where you could go, you can set up a new life. You can get a job. You can go there for entertainment purposes. You can go there for school. You can go. It is a place. It's like a Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Atlanta and buy property that you won't be able to buy in other regions of the United States. And so I feel like at times they try to play Atlanta and other places such as Atlanta in a negative light.
Yeah,
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, there was a friend of mine was thinking about moving down to Atlanta, and her husband was working at Walmart. She was like, "Girl, do you know that Walmart is a preferred employer in Atlanta, and you get discounts on housing and everything?" And I'm like, "Really? At the Walmart? Like Atlanta has way more opportunities and things like that, which is why everybody's going." And somehow they just keep escaping COVID. But God bless them. Go ahead, girl. My bad.
Yeah. Look, that's only place I know where you can get a mansion for $2,000, and we up here paying $2 billion for the same house. I want to go to Atlanta too.
Exactly. You can go to Atlanta and get acres for what you're gonna get for a studio apartment here. Like, that is crazy. So, also, that's why I said I think it's a deterioration to make us not look at Atlanta as it is so up and coming. Atlanta is very beautiful. Atlanta holds lots of history. So, but at the end of the day, these rappers got to get it together. And these, to me, are like the newer rappers doing this stuff down there, making things, a little chaotic for everybody else. So I'm not a fan of it. We'll see what's to come from it. We'll keep tuned in and see what's going on with 42 Doug and Roddy Ricch and their interesting video shoot that they had. But moving along, okay, we're gonna move right on along to your boy Young Thug. Has anybody heard about Young Thug?
No, what happened?
Right, what happened?
Young Thug took him a nice vacay. Girl did like everybody else right now during this COVID season, out in Las Vegas enjoying himself. And he just so happened to blow $800,000 in the casino. Completely lost it all. The state of Nevada owns the money and he'll never have it returned to him.
Wow.
He's the
And they
he's
are
so upset.
online chewing his behind up, honey. Do you hear me? The Black
Wow.
community is chewing him apart in February. Are they chewing him alive? Yes, they are.
And then you lose that type of money in a whole pandemic. Like, bruh, were you
Right?
not
Do you not
thinking
know
about
what you could have
tomorrow?
did with that?
But you could have stimulated the hood.
He got separate. He got kids. He got like different kids and everything. So like, if so, oh my, wow.
But
Let
who's
him lose his house. Let him lose his house. Somebody gonna. I mean, I don't not wishing that on him, but they'd be like, oh, remember that time you was balling during the pandemic? Remember that? And you lost the 800,000. Texas underwater, but but here you go. Okay.
And exactly, that's what I'm saying. And so, like, not even to say like balance it out, but I mean, you look, and then for you to post it, honestly, we don't care, Young Thug. We don't care about you losing that money. We care about other things going on. And it would have been nice if even if you told us you did that, but hey, look, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I hope he did something for those people in Texas, because that would be really, really nice to know that, he could reach out. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? If it's his money, if he wants to blow $800,000 in the casino, to each his own. It's no knock. But at the end of the day, we as Black people, we got a lot of bigger issues to address with self, along with the community as well.
Facts?
No. 800,000, Jesus.
800,000, honey. He almost spent as much as First Hilton's ring, but he ain't make it that far. Guess the money wasn't that long. But moving along there. Now, has anybody heard about your boy Jay-Z? Hove? What's up?
No, what's up with Hove?
Also, Hove has just sold half of Ace of Spades to Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. Girl, he's making big power moves, okay? So he is about to be paid. Everybody's paid. They're trying to do something new. You feel me? It's been a lot of controversy going on with Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. They recently just had little riffraff with Rihanna and her clothing line, things like that. I mean, things right now in the pandemic, everybody's feeling something from it. And that goes as far with the celebrities as well. I mean, they're doing business with other people. And I mean, Rihanna, she ended up not being able to continue business with them just because of not being able to meet with them as frequently as need be because of restrictions due to COVID. But somehow Jay-Z done creeped up in there and he done got half Ace of Spades sold. So, I mean, to each his own, he's getting money. And I'm just, I'm looking at everything that Jay-Z is doing. He's making a lot of power moves when it comes down to the businessman side of it. And honestly, I'm feeling the businessman side. I love him as a rapper always. We know he's one of the greatest, but I think he's really putting something onto Black men far as with showing people business skills. Like, I mean, he's doing it straight up. He's doing it legit. He ain't janky no more, So shout out to Jay-Z,
Man, maybe Young Thug he'll let Young Thug hold something. Maybe.
Girl,
we know that ain't gonna happen. We know that ain't gonna happen.
What Jay-Z had going on, and he would have been up right now.
Yeah, but he wants to show off. That's crazy.
And then he got a new look. Young Thug got a new mixtape coming out, girl. And then he also had an interview before all of this. He told people he don't give a damn what people think. No way. So at the end of the day, not trying to be funny, I knew he ain't give a damn what nobody thought when he looked at like the bitch off the salt,
the color purple,
the salt, with the dress and the hat. Okay, so at this point,
look like Celie.
Girl, Celie, me and you was never part, and I have not parted that vision out of my head since I seen it. Okay.
Oh my God.
So he got some soul searching to do on his own. I ain't knocking no man for wearing no dress, but I just, I know you don't give a damn what people think, because we don't know if it was blue, if it was purple, if it was white. We don't know what color that dress was. And we don't know why you lost that 800,000 in Las Vegas. We just don't know what's up with some of these people. He needs to take a page out of Jay-Z's book and get on with trying to invest and make money moves. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what is getting people the upper leg in the industry. Such as the girl Cardi B. She had an interview with Mariah Carey, which is totally dope to me because I'm a big Mariah Carey fan. Okay, so
Love me, Rodney.
but Cardi B, as bold as Cardi is, Cardi stated that she was starstruck by other celebrities. Can y'all believe that?
I actually can believe that because you can just, she's like so down to earth that her really being at places and being acknowledged by people that she used to sit home and watch on TV, and then it's like now you're up there with one of them. It's got to be an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Like, I mean, I'm not no star, I'm local, but I mean, if
You are
I ever
star,
was
baby,
to,
in my
I feel like
eyes.
if I was to ever make it like anywhere and I was to meet people, I would feel like that too. I mean, Cardi, just like anybody else, like I feel like any celebrity, unless you were like born into some type of stardom, you know what it feels like to be regular smuggler, like the rest of us. And actually, regular smuggler is cool. You feel me? So yeah, meeting new people that are looking at you as an icon and things like that. Yeah, whole time they be starstruck off Cardi. I mean, she's everything. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, here she is, humble and graceful. Yeah, a little ratchet too. But definitely. That's why I love her to death. She got my vote always because she keeps it classy. She's still down to earth. She's real. We can relate to her. So, shout out to Cardi B, Mariah Carey. Oh, what's up? So moving along, okay. We're gonna talk about our favorite person, Kodak Black.
I'm glad. You know what? I like how you didn't put him and Young Thug back to back, because then that might have been a little racist. Go ahead.
We're gonna talk about your boy Kodak Black. So, of course, after last week's shenanigans, we know that Kodak Black was definitely trying to holler at your girl JT and get up in them booty cheeks and some more.
Yes.
But we won't dwell on the past because Kodak Black has officially moved on, and the lucky lady is named Mellow Rax. She's another rapper, and it was announced over social media last weekend that they are now engaged. And she said, "I do." And I'm like, huh?
Wow.
Like why? Like how?
They only met like a week ago?
I don't know, but they said if you love somebody, you know, right?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm not in a week.
Yeah, I don't know what in the publicity stunt is going on here. Like, no, like,
Well,
I get it. I guess. Wow.
Well,
Look, it's only a stunt when both of them are popular. Who is this girl? It's only a stunt when they both popular. Who is this?
That's what I'm saying. I think it looks like love. Like when I'm telling you guys, I'm looking at pictures of them. He is looking like he is glad to be home. He looks like he has found his wife. He looks like Prince Akeem from the movie, and he has found his beautiful wife, and he has soaked his royal oats.
Oh God,
like,
coming
girl,
to America. Oh
they
God.
tonguing each other down. And when I'm telling you, baby got
Ew.
back, she is gorgeous. She's not anything. Like, she's gorgeous, guys.
Oh wow.
She doing it for the money, Mo?
I mean, well, at this point, I mean, I'm pretty sure he has more money than her. Because I just heard about her when he said
I don't even know who she is. What's her name again?
Her name is Mellow Rax. And so, I mean, I guess, with the name popping out there, he'll hear more of her. But I mean, I'm definitely going to tune into her because she looks like my type of chick that I listen to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see what's up with her. Like, I mean, I love Kodak's music. Like, what is she talking about? Like, I'm pretty sure, he has good taste, right? He like JT, right? Period.
Girl, her name sound like a line for bras, Mellow Rax.
I mean,
I'm by your Mellow Rax.
Cute. I think it's kind of cute.
Okay.
I guess. I mean, it's Kodak Black and Mellow Rax. Okay.
I mean, but why not have, he's trying to be happy. I mean, the boy's been locked up. He just wants some love at this point. Like, I mean,
that's the man. He's not to marry that man. He just came home. He trying to go see a little bit of everything. But I guess.
But now he's trying to see one thing. But them girls don't want him.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody
Okay. You know
keeps
what?
everybody keeps shutting him out. Like he needs somebody to hold him too. Shout
You know
out to
what?
But do he
Kodak.
gotta tell
Oh, what's up?
everybody every time he meets somebody new? Do he gotta tell everybody? It's
Yes,
like,
because he likes to be affectionate. I'm fucking with Kodak, man. Like, I like that. Yup, let them know.
if
If
he
I was
came to you and
JT,
wanted
I
to
would
be
have
with you,
ran
Mo,
all over that.
if he came to you and wanted to be with you without the money, would you do it?
I don't know that Kodak. What's his real name? I don't know that man. What is his government? I don't know him. I know Kodak Black. Now I don't know him.
Oh my God. So you only going where the
No,
money
I
was
don't know
at?
that fool. Like
Right, she went where the money was going.
where the
Yeah, she
money
like,
resides, where the money resides.
yes. Oh my God, that's so funny.
But yeah, so that's it. Just I'm just hoping he's happy because that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Relationships can be tricky, so we'll keep an eye open on this because we love messing with Kodak. He always got something new for us. So you never know. Maybe next week it might be something different. Like seriously, we do not know. So his relationship change up in a
She
heartbeat.
probably gonna be pregnant next week. Watch.
They would have
Oh
already
God.
gotten married and already been separated by then. Let's keep tuned because I got
Wait
to
And
until
know.
the
next week.
and the
I
Next
tattoos.
got
week
to
And the
she might.
know.
tattoos.
Outside of that, we already know Bobby Smurder is home. You feel me? Shout out
Yes.
to Bobby Smurder. He is home. He done did that 7-year bid. You feel me? I don't know how good he looking. I actually think Kodak's looking a little bit better than him. So he better get on Kodak's line and do what he's doing and try to get him some ladies. But apparently he did have some ladies. So we ain't gonna get into all that. I mean, Bobby Smurder is making his rounds. He hollering at the homies. He hollering at the ladies. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. Some people is welcoming to come home. Some people is not. It's always controversy with things. So I mean, shout out to him. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
keep it positive. Everybody keep it moving. Like, let's just go like that with it because I mean, at this point, it seems like they worked kind of hard to get him out. So
Yeah. And then think about it, you said 7 years. Wow.
7 years, and it could have been worse.
Dang.
It could have been
It's,
worse.
it's just wild when I think about that in terms of like, wow, my daughter is 9 now. So like my
Right,
baby was
right.
2.
And so
Oh
I
my
feel
God.
like with him coming home, it's also a statement to other men as well. I mean, it gives you hope. Not saying, oh, tomorrow every man in jail is about to get out. But I mean,
Mm.
look, it gives people hope. Like, man, don't never give up
Yeah.
on nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully he comes home and he does right. And maybe he can even be a positive influence for such rappers as others. We won't state this losing all their money, but show
Mm.
them how to get this money. Because, man, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Smurder was down. He would have loved to have 800K in his account. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't like that. Like, we need to, he's looking out for the homies, and the homies looked out for him while he was in. So we'll keep tuned on him too. They say he got new music dropping with the Migos called Schmigo. So we're gonna stay tuned to all that because that's probably gonna be some hot stuff for the summertime. Can't wait to hear it.
Facts. Okay. So Trinnie, what you got for us, darling?
Yes, ma'am. Well, y'all know my segment is usually either parenting or relationships. But today, since we're on the topic of these men, I kind of want to shed some light on the men today. Um,
Okay.
I got a question. What do y'all think? And this is, what I'm saying, of course I'm going to explain my piece. But what do y'all think about the men that were raised by their single mothers? What do y'all think about
Mm.
them? I mean, because there's a lot, that we can say. There's several different opinions on, because I've heard some people say, I don't like dealing with men that was raised by single moms because they don't know how to treat women, and you would think it'd be the opposite, but but then there are some that say I respect a man more because he respects women because of his mother. So, what do y'all think about men that were raised by single moms?
You
They
know
mama's
what?
boys?
You know what? The crazy part now thinking about it, I don't know that I have ever dated a guy who was raised by a single mother. Like I was raised by a single mother, but I've never dated a guy. I didn't even know that. Not that I was ever searching for that, but like I happen to think about it as you were saying. I'm like, I never dated anyone like that. But I know in watching my mom's experiences with dating, it was some guys where it's one or the other. It's either they extremely love women and they're supportive, they're nurturing, they get it, and then it's the other half where they can't stand them. Like there's no in between. It is a harsh nah, or they're very supportive. That is what I've seen. And she was just saying, if a man doesn't have a good relationship with his mother, he's not going to treat you right. And and as she told me, I'm like, okay, I've never come across that, like I said, in the single mom category. But yeah, I would love to hear what y'all got to say. That's just yeah, that's my experience.
Anybody else? Anybody else got a take on the guys and the single moms
Well, I have two friends
being raised by the single moms?
that they both of their mothers were single moms. I will say they're sweet. They're good men. But I will say I've noticed that they're in touch with their feminine ways, not saying that they're gay, but they just have like certain feminine mannerisms, like when it comes to like cleaning and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that all dudes are dirty and they don't clean, but they're just a little bit more in tune with certain things that I'll say like maybe a female might pay attention to when it comes to household things. But I will also say like they're not spoiled. Their mother just didn't, you're my boy, blah, blah, blah. Try to treat them like that was her dude. No, they still had, rules and, had to do manly shit around the house, like take out the trash and help clean up. Other than that, those are the only ones that I've really came across. I haven't really came across anywhere that I guess they were privileged or real mama's boys or spoiled. But being a spoiled grown man isn't a good look.
Absolutely not. Okay. Anybody else have their opinions on guys being raised by single mothers?
I mean,
I
are
was
these
raised in the
guys
hood. I ain't gonna speak on it.
are these guys are they just are we being specific to guys who was only raised like with no man around? Because sometimes you got single moms, but they got the uncles and they got other men that are in the picture that might be able to instill those values.
I mean, that's a part of it. I mean, usually because it takes a village, it's like usually, when you do have the single mother does have, other people around that can help her create or build or shape, mold this man, or this young boy into a grown man. She needs help. Women can't do it alone. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't have a choice, we know how to make it work, but that will also come with a lot of it's different per situation. That's why I wanted to get y'all's opinions first before I, kind of speak my little thing, my little piece. But T, did you have any opinion on it at all?
You know, I can't say that I really I can't say that I've run into too many that I don't know that I have spoken to in that manner. Like I've never like how on Dynasty said I don't think I've dated anybody. I don't know. I don't think I've dated anybody like that. But I do think that that when you have those men that's raised by specifically by single mothers, they just have to be extremely careful about like how they go about raising and who they got around them, because if if you're treating them a certain way and whatnot, then you can end up having some men who don't know how to really be men. So that's all I could say about it.
Okay. All right. Well, the reason why I brought up single mothers, raising their sons is because I've found it a common thing that women think that, these men need them because, they've only been raised by their mom, so that's all they know. They may not know how to do things because their mom did everything for them. And, I've never heard that the guys weren't spoiled. Shantae, I heard you say that. But I didn't know that, there were guys out here that weren't spoiled, because I would think that, there are men that are extra. He'd been the only boy, or he made, like the mom wanted to make sure that she showed the son things that, the man that was supposed to have been there never could. But the reason why I really brought this up is because I'm realizing that these men that were raised by their single moms, they got it. They got it together. They know how to survive. They know how to wash clothes. They know how to cook. They know how to clean. They know how to do all of these different things. I'm not going to say that a man couldn't teach them that, but I just hate when women think that, oh, I cook for him, I clean for him, and I do all of these things. I wash his clothes. Sis, he don't need you for that. He don't need you for that. He needs you because you are the type of person that you are. It's about your personality. It's about what you have to offer on the inside, not what you can physically do for this man. I mean, he can go and get a whole lot of different things to do certain things, but you know, women, I really feel like we got to do better when it comes to, men and trying to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like we spend all of this time trying to say, I want to I want to cater to him. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You can cater to your man. Ain't nothing wrong with catering to your man. But you a girlfriend trying to wash clothes and cook meals and do all of the and you the girlfriend. Like, what does he need to marry you for? What are you good for other than cleaning and cooking and, you know what I'm saying, doing all of the wife duties, quote
See,
unquote. That's
that's
what they
why
call
you
them.
that stuff is supposed to be shared responsibilities. See, I grew up with both my parents. My father washed my clothes for me and for the house. So I grew up
Okay.
watching a man do certain other things that normal men didn't do, that wasn't abnormal. My father took those responsibilities on. And I'm not saying that a single mother can't teach a man those things as well, because she definitely can. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's really on the mothers per se. It's also on that little boy, that young man that she's raising, and how he's shaped as he gets older and things like that. Because I've seen some guys, raised by a single mother, they had it all the way together, like you said. You feel me? Because mama was
Yeah.
on her ass. You feel me? But a lot of them I've
Mhm.
seen as well, and depending on the environments that they grown up in, they slacked off, and mama ain't do nothing about it. You feel me? Because that was her baby boy, suggesting the movie Baby Boy. Hey T, have you seen that one?
She trying to
You
throw
know what?
gators.
I saw it. I did see Baby Boy.
She only watched the scene when they was in the kitchen. Go ahead.
No, she watched a scene with Snoop Dogg was on there. She was like, "You just gonna rape me in front of my son?"
I promise I saw it. I don't remember it that well, but I definitely saw it.
Okay, so a couple more days
Okay,
left.
Right.
well,
We need at least one actor outside of Tyrese and
Yeah.
Snoop
And we need
Taraji.
one
and
line.
Taraji.
You can't.
Yeah,
The
we
big
need
dude
one
that
line.
played on Friday.
Who?
no, he was definitely not on there. That's the wrong big dude.
The
She's
one who
talking about
the one who was oh no, okay. Oh
the
no.
mom's
He was in
boyfriend.
the kitchen. What was no, okay, I'm so wrong.
Bing
He was in
Rames.
Holiday Heart. Wasn't that him?
Bing Rames.
Yeah, Holiday Heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the wrong picture in my head. Yes, the
And
guy
then
that
for the
played in
You
years
Holiday
got the
said
Heart.
that
wrong
that's the
black
only
guy,
scene she
T.
remembered was that kitchen
Wrong
scene.
black guy.
Don't do it. I'm sleepy, y'all. Okay. Listen.
Then
But
she gonna
yes,
blame it on the sleep. Lord have mercy.
it's
Went from
asleep.
blaming on the sleep to Holiday
I
Heart.
got it. I got it right. The guy that's on Holiday Heart. That's the ass naked one. I know
Didn't
he
I
was in
say
there.
that's the only scene she saw?
Look, okay, there was the son. I don't know what his name is.
Jody, my sweet Jody. Like, girl. Oh, All right. Okay. Going back to the question that you had here.
Right, go back to the question.
Yeah, because never
Let's
mind.
get off P's
You
case
know what?
for a
You
Yes,
minute.
made me think about
we
something like
gotta bring it back.
with my mom. I never really thought about it because okay, so like I said, I was raised by a single mother, but my little brother, like we got a huge age gap between us, and the way that she talks to him and handles him, I don't know how he's gonna go out here and treat chicks because his whole mood, everything they do, like she talks. There are some women because they're single that their son has now moved. Like, no, he's older now, so he's not son. They try to treat it like it was their like little boyfriend. And so the way she talks to him is so wild. She's like, "You not cooking me dinner tonight?" And I'm sitting here, I'm like, "Oh, mom, where you at?" And I realize she's talking to my brother. And I'm like, "What you mean you're not cooking me dinner tonight? What?" It totally threw me off. But then I see that even on social media, like, I got my king, and it's like, okay, it was cool at first, but like he your king for everything. Like you don't have people, they take that void in their life and they put their child there and they move them up in a different position, which might be the reason why people who were raised by single mothers have an issue with them with women later on. I don't know. I don't know, it's a little touchy, but you know what? I think we
Listen,
got a resident expert here, and his name is Mike T. Mike T, what are your feelings about it?
Mike.
Hello. What's up, y'all?
Hello,
Hello.
sir.
Hello, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh,
Fox.
what's up?
Good day, Fox. How you doing? If I talk
You
like
said, did you say folks? Did you say folks?
I said
Fox?
Fox, Fox,
Fox?
Fox.
Fox.
Yeah, Fox.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
okay.
It's another country, but whatever. What's up, y'all?
Oh.
I'm trying to be like English. You know,
Oh, okay.
like
That's what it
snowfall's coming on.
He internationally known or whatever.
Yes, I am.
is.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Got you. Now I got you. Okay, Fox. Okay.
Snowfall come on tonight. Yeah, Fox. How you doing, Fox?
Hey, Mike.
What's
What
up?
you thinking about this, men that were raised by single mothers thing? I know that you have told us time and time again that you were raised, by your mother, and you have siblings that were also raised by your mother. And I do believe that you have told me that, she was a single mom and she did the best that she can. So what is your take?
Well, I got only one sibling that's been raised by my mother, but I have four sisters. So that gives you a little bit more context. But I think the older you get, you realize and you put life in perspective that everybody's situation is different. Like, for example, when y'all came up with this topic and I saw the topic, I started writing, just jotting stuff down. And all my friends that I've ever grew up with, not all of us grew up with single mothers. And
Wow.
all of us, yeah, every last one of my friends, even in now that you just said something, Trinnie, I thought about it even in GoGo, the ones I know in GoGo, like all of us grew up with single mothers. Um,
Yeah.
but then my father, like T said, like in certain cases where your father's in the picture somewhat. My father was in the picture, but like I got a temper. And I ain't learned that from my mother. I learned that from my father. So like it's different, you know what I'm saying? Like some people, some people grow up with single mothers and I hear the coddling and the spoiledness and all that stuff. My mom was pretty tough on me. Everybody that's from around my way, they know my mom for bringing out the broom looking for me. Like you could go around my way.
Oh Lord.
I swear to God. And my mother's six.
Michael, I'm gonna whoop your ass, Michael. You better get yourself in your house right now, Michael.
Nah, my mom not Jamaican, my father Jamaican, but my mother, she's 6 foot. So, you know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. You was definitely
Really?
about to take an L.
Yeah, my mom's 6 foot. So she coming down the street with a broom looking for me. Like my mom, my thing was I just always was the kid that just wanted to be outside with my friends because we moved a lot. So moving a lot, I just wanted to be out. Like I wasn't doing shit bad. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, being, a bad kid. I just would come in the house like 5 minutes late. And that was my mom thing. Like that's why I got the way. So yeah, that my mom influenced me with time and shit like that. But I think somebody said like learning how to cook and learning how to wash clothes, all that shit. I learned that shit from my mother, but I also learned how to throw a football from my mother. I also learned how to play basketball from my mother. I also learned how to
Shout out to mom.
yeah, my mother was my basketball coach. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I learned a lot of shit. Like I learned how to get a bank account for my mother. You know what I'm saying? Again, my father was in my life, but he wasn't. I don't know. Like I said, he was the kirker. See what I'm saying? Like he was the kirker in the situation. So, it wasn't like my mother was like I get emotional because my mother. My mother never really showed that side to us. She was very good at, what I'm saying, hiding everything away from us. Like she'll tell my mother was direct with me because she told me things that she went through when she was younger. And again, my mother had me young, so she wasn't trying to have me have that same mistake. So a lot of things that was instilled in me, I kept them things because it worked for my mother. Because I see how successful my mother is. But yeah, like I think it just depends on the person. And like I think matter of fact, Mo said it that it depends on how the young man grows up. For me, I grew up in, I mean, a lot of people don't believe it, but I grew up in the hood in Montgomery County. Wherever we pretty much lived was, it was what it was. Not to glorify it, but and I just found out from my mother, like I could have been getting free lunch and all that shit. But she was so determined. She knew how they treated those kids, you know what I'm saying, that did that. So she worked to bust her ass. Like we went without, not, you know what I'm saying, we weren't poor, but we went without, and we ain't really tripped. Me and my sister ain't really tripped. We weren't the kids that asked for shit for real like that. We were spoiled in ways like my mother would homeschool us and shit like that. But we weren't spoiled on materialistic things. So like I said, it depends on who pretty much, you know what I'm saying, and what that kid takes from it. Like I'd learned how to wash clothes in 5th grade. So, you know what I'm saying? I learned how to grocery shop really in like 6th grade. My mom taught me all that stuff. But then again, I have a lot of friends that all of my friends have single mothers, so all of them turned out differently. I'm single with no kids. My brother, he's married with kids. And, it just depends on how that young man grows up.
Okay. I definitely understand that, and I definitely respect your mother for the way that she raised y'all. I don't know the ins and outs, but from what you just said, shout out to her because it takes a strong woman. And you said you had how many siblings at one time that you said that she had raised?
No, okay, so it's only so everybody that knows me knows knows my sister Anitra. That's my mother's sister, my mother's daughter. But I have an
Okay.
older sister and I have 2 other sisters that I just like recently met. They 20 something. I met them when they was 22. So that was the first
Mhm.
time we met. So, and that's from my father, my biological father. So yeah, like my mother only raised me and my sister, but at one point in time, she was willing to raise my older sister as well. Like,
Okay.
so my mother was dope, man. Like, and I'm not just saying it because my mother was dope, but like I said, I seen it from other perspectives. Like, my brother's mother is the same way. Like, when I was in high school, because my mother worked so much, you know what I'm saying? My mother might come home tired. She might not want to do nothing. And my friends' mothers, I would go over their houses, dinner's cooked. I get to eat over there. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't know. I think nowadays everybody is so solo and individual with shit. So like raising kids is not the same way it used to be like when we was all coming up. Like somebody said, it takes a village.
The neighborhood will raise the damn kids.
Right. Right. It's not like that no more.
Yeah,
Um,
everybody too. I feel like a lot of people are too prideful and like everybody trying to keep up with the Joneses. Like it's okay to need help from your neighbor, or you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah. Everybody don't trust nobody, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But then again, I would say on the flip side, it's a lot more stuff that parents have to worry about nowadays than, our parents had to worry about. Like, and I know that sounds wild, but if you really think about it, we might have been done whatever we did as kids, but we weren't always seen doing it. These
Right, but there's a lot of creeps out here too.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I have a sister. Sister, I mean, women, they grow up at some point, when y'all get to a certain point and age, puberty, y'all start to like want to dress, or let me not generalize all women, but they start to like to dress differently. They start to, the body start to develop differently. They have different emotions, they have different feelings and things like that. if you could be innocent and just post a picture, and like you said, Shantae, like there's a predator out there. Our parents didn't have to worry about that because there was no shit like that for us to do back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I get what you're saying. So it's
Yeah.
like basically social media is kind of basically
Yeah.
getting a hold of our kids and transforming them.
Right, right. And it's like the kid with Cam Newton. I don't know if you guys seen the Cam
Most
Newton.
definitely. But
Yeah,
y'all
I
also
see
have to
that.
consider
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like we wouldn't even have thought of that when I was coming up. Like it wasn't even thought in my mind to trash talk Cam Newton. I don't care if he's an MVP or not. He was an adult. Like,
Big facts.
you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even thought of that. And that kid did that shit, and then he had to apologize. You know, it's they coming up in a different time. So I think nowadays, like you see those situations with single mothers, and you can definitely tell that the man is not in the house because it you know, the man ain't in the house. But I think with us coming up, our mothers were so strong, and we came up.
I was just about to say that. Like we
Yeah.
feared, I won't say we feared our parents, but we also knew to stay in the child's place. And I'm not saying the kids today don't fear us, and I'm not saying the kids are supposed to fear us, but they don't respect you. Like they don't respect nobody that's an adult. And then if you go to their parents about it, their parents is on their side. So it's like you damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Our age group is the parents though. We was the
Okay, I'm so glad y'all just said that.
yeah.
I'm so glad y'all just
Yeah,
said that.
we was the ones our era, and I think that's why things are a little bit changing. But our era was the era that bucked at our parents. Our parents ain't buck at their parents. I mean, they might tell, grandma, pod might tell.
No, my grandmother flat out told me, she was
Absolutely
like,
not.
your aunt bucked at me. And next thing she was like, I beat her ass in that bathroom. I was like,
yeah. No.
Christ.
You might have bucked at your parents. You might have bucked at your parents back then, but you weren't whooping your parents back then. I know some of us could probably, well, I'm not gonna say I could whoop my father, but I'm sure there's a lot of my friends or a lot of y'all friends that could whoop their parents. It's a different ball game, and we didn't.
Yeah, but it's like we respect our parents just so
Right.
tiny bit too much. Like, I ain't even gonna go down that path, even though I can dog their shit. But then you still gotta think about your aunts and uncles that's gonna come out the cut. Like, you hit my brother, you hit my sister. It's that now you got a family, a line of ass whooping stuff.
Well, not just that, but just the respect in general. Like
Right.
me and my mom, you know what I'm saying? If anybody knows my mother and me, you know what I'm saying, together, like our relationship is more like a sisterhood type thing. Like that's my dog. Like that's my dog. I can call her and be like, hey, girl, tell me why, and spill all the tea, right? But I would never disrespect her. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you and your friends get into it a little bit. You're like, bitch, stop playing with me. Like, I would never do something like that to my mother. It's just out of respect. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm taller than my mother. I'm bigger than my mother. I know that I could hurt. You know what I'm saying? Somebody her size. See, I don't even want to fix my mouth to say I could hurt her. I would never even think about it.
Right.
It's just the respect.
Right.
She has that authority. I would never take, you know what I'm saying, try to take that or lessen that and make her feel like I want to be the big dog. Because at the end of the day, my mom is big dog. You know what I'm saying? She's the big dog. I'm the dog under the dog, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That's my mommy. And I'm never gonna fix my lips to call her out of her name. I'm never gonna, show my children. See, that's why I said I'm happy that y'all brought that topic up. It all, like your parents, and then you as a parent, and then your kids when they get, you know what I'm saying, of age and have their own children. It's going to change so much from now until then. You know what I'm saying? It's changed so much from our parents to us. You know what I'm saying? But I think their parents, you know what I'm saying, our parents' is where a lot of that,
died.
what word am I looking for?
Died.
Huh?
Died. That's where a lot of that died.
It died. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the certain things that we teach our children. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that we show them when they're, growing up. We don't do that anymore. But you got to think, a lot of our parents had us when they were young. They didn't learn all they needed to learn to pass it down to their children. So
now look at us. You know what I'm saying? We kind of grew up a little fast. I don't know about all of y'all. I can speak for all of y'all. But me, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to do certain things. And I'm like, well, my mama used to do it when she was young, so why not? You know what I'm saying? So now my daughter, she sees me, on the stage dancing and in the club, not all wild and crazy. But it's like, I want to make sure that I teach her those things that my grandmother was trying to teach me, the things my mom didn't get to teach me because she was, still trying to figure herself out or her things out, her life out. My grandmother was still there. So, and I have multiple grandparents, great grandparents, and I'm still blessed to say that I have a great, great grandparent that's still alive. But they teach us too. So when we did say about the men, it takes, the uncles and the grandpas and the friends and the neighborhood guys, that's helping teach children, period. Need that whole village, that whole neighborhood, the whole family. Because it's something that, that Aunt Wendy can teach that, grandma may not say to you because of how grandma is. But we need all of it. The children need all of it. They need the whole village. They need the teachers. They need, the people in the neighborhood. They need the friends, even to learn the difference between a good friend and a bad friend, or the people that really ain't your friend. Now, how many times have y'all heard somebody say, or heard mama say, grandmama say, she ain't your friend for real. He ain't your friend for real. And you're like, yes, it is. What you talking about? And then next thing you know, you realize, oh, they just did some grimy shit to me. They're not my friend for real. You know what I'm saying? They really crossed me. They really disrespected me. That's not my friend for real. And then you realize, oh shit, mama was right. Grandma was right.
And they be right all the time. I wanted to talk about Trinnie, you still talking? Sorry.
No, I just wanted to, wrap up by saying, when it comes to these men, ladies, we gotta come with more than just, oh, I can cook, I can clean, I can do the laundry. Also, when it comes to these women, we gotta remember the things that mama and grandma taught us so that we can pass that down to our children. We cannot forget about the important things because those are the things that are most important. These people so quick to say, these kids ain't got no home training. Yeah, because some of us don't forget about the important stuff that we were taught, or that grandma tried to teach, that we wasn't paying attention back then. You know what I'm saying? We got to remember those things, even as, even if it's just at work. Like some of you, I know, teach the youth. You know what I'm saying? Your job does not stop at just teaching them about the academics. If you could tell that little boy, hey, look, make sure you go and wash your hands after you do whatever you was just doing. He might remember that years down the line, Like, I remember when my teacher taught me, to make sure my hands are always clean, or make sure I'm always, keeping up with my hygiene. Honey, I'm telling you, teachers go a long way. So not just the neighborhood, not just the parents, not just the grandparents, but everybody, the whole village. But that's all I really wanted to share with y'all. I just wanted to speak my piece on that because we losing.
That was good. I enjoyed that.
We losing our parents in touch a little bit. We gotta go back to the grandma days.
Yes. Oh, what's up?
I wanted to say.
But no, Shonda. Go ahead, Shonda.
I wanted to talk about actually on your segment about how my father was in my life, but my mom was a single parent. They got divorced when I think it was in high school, so I have been, I have two brothers, they're twins. They're I think 35, 30, 33, 33, and I'm the youngest. I'm the baby. So I had a lot of responsibilities because my brothers are not the man that they are supposed to be. So anything dealing with my mom need to do something, I have to do it. Like today, Twan wasn't available to do something. I have to leave work to make sure everything is fine and copacetic and go back to work because I'm not far. So it's just like sometimes it's draining, got to be the. I get it from her, like just being so, and very, very independent. That's why it's kind of sometimes it's hard for me to date because that's all I know, being independent. And
So Shawnee, do you think your mom spoiled your brothers and that's why they're the way they are? Or is it because the lack of man around being around?
okay, so let me break that down. So their father wasn't with wasn't around for them. So my father at that time, my mom had me. They got married. So he was supposed to be. My father was supposed to be that man. My father, when it came down to discipline, I think he did too much. So we was good kids, like what I'm saying. I did wild shit, but it wasn't like wow. I wasn't a bad child. So his discipline like had us like kind of, let me say, scared of him. So I used to be like, didn't want to talk to him, or my brothers didn't want to
Okay.
talk to him. He would discipline them. So Twan, like, saying his name, Lord, my brother, um, bad sheep, and he was the one that really it hit him harder than my other brother. So then you got my mom working every day, working. We going to school, doing what we supposed to be doing, and he's working, but he not meeting up his criteria as far as bills. So my mom working 2 jobs and you got 1 job. So it's just like, it's like, okay, I'm looking at this growing up. So it's just like, man, I'm never gonna be like this. So that's why I never want to get married. I don't want to get married because like one time my mom had an account and she noticed like somebody's going in the account. So who's going in the account? And he is. What you taking money for? Like it's just things like that I don't trust. Especially
Wait a
if I
minute,
work
the
hard.
boyfriend?
Man, my father was taking money
Oh, your
out the
father.
account. Yes. And
Okay.
so, like when I guess I was like 13, my mom used to be like, man, look, I want you to always get married and whatever, but man, always have mattress money. Like that's all she said. Always have mattress money because a nigga will gut you like a fish. And I never forgot that.
Man, what?
They'll gut you like a
Think
fish.
twice.
Like with my situation now, the guy I was dealing with, he didn't help me with nothing with this house situation. He didn't say, let me come help you. Not even materialistic, like, let me come help you move or nothing. It seemed like it was jealousy. Like I just fall back from him. It was jealousy. And it's like cool. Like I'm not running from you, like running to you about anything. Like I just asked him, you wanna come and help? Then come do nothing. But your mother helped, your mother asked him,
Wait
you
a
need anything
minute.
help?
So does he
Yeah.
feel entitled to space in your house? Does he feel like that's our shit? Or is it like
See, this the thing. This the thing. You know how I am, Trinnie. I'm very genuine, and if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't fuck with you, you can kiss my ass. So I feel like when he was in a dilemma with his condo, I'm like, man, look, you can stay here. You can stay here. It's just gonna be me, just me. Nah, you gonna kick me out. You gonna kick me out, nigga?
girl,
What
he
are
was
you
already
talking
preparing
about,
you. When he said
bro?
that, he was
I
already
don't even.
preparing
The
you.
thing about it, I don't even act like that. Like I don't act like that. So I'm just like, so what are you trying to? You want to start issue? You want to start an issue when I'm trying to help you? So I said, man, I'm cutting that shit off, bro.
Me
And
out.
then he got father issues and stuff. So it's just like he will never. He's not getting help with that. I said therapy. You should do therapy. Nah, I don't need therapy. Man, you gonna be fucked up until you gonna be fucked up. So it's just like I'm struggling with it now, but it's gonna get better. That's why I don't rush dating. I just let it go smooth pace and just do what I need to do with my career and whatever. But yeah, it is trauma. It's been traumatizing since I was a child. So that's why I had like problems with dating because every time I date, they remind me of my father. Cheat, think they know it all.
See that hit.
Um,
That hit right there.
obnoxious, like corny as fuck. I used to think my dad was corny, bro. Like you wore gauchos. Like I didn't understand that. Think he was corny. So
Not
Gauchos.
gauchos.
man, y'all, I don't know what the fuck. I don't. He said it was New York style. I don't know. But
Oh
Oh no, I
no.
know. But them long ass shorts they be wearing
yeah,
out in New
yeah,
York.
yeah. I hate them things. I hate them
Shorts come
things.
down to their ankles, looking crazy.
He
Yeah,
had, hey Shawnee, he had the jean joints and he had the cargo
yeah,
joints with the
bro.
string on the side.
You know what?
Yeah. And then the nigga had the mink hat. I'm like, what is going on? Like what?
Oh no!
right
Tell
now,
Ma she ain't choose the right one. She should have went for the friend or something. Cause that's not
but
right.
my father is like handsome, so it's just like, but he can, but he just do. I mean, I don't know. He get too older and trying to funk it up. But right now, at this point in my life, right now, we are like working on it. Like he even, tomorrow he's coming to he live in Miami, so he's coming down to my house. He's staying there, and he's gonna be doing stuff. He buying grocery stuff, and you're gonna fucking do it because all these years you didn't do shit. So you're gonna buy me a ladder. I want a ladder. And I want you to sand this fucking stairwell and paint. You're gonna do all of it. And I told my mother, look, he's gonna do that. She's like, don't have that nigga staying there. But I just need him to do
Shit, he
something.
gotta
I
make
need
up for
help.
lost time. Shit, all them
Yeah.
times you
So
did need
all
him
them
and need a
times.
man around.
And now I'm thinking now, because I'm getting older now, I say, you know what, I need to stop being stubborn because I'm acting like him. When I have a child, I'd rather him do my baby better than what he did to me. That's all I care about. That's all I care about.
When that time comes for you and you become a parent, trust me, you're going to make sure that you go out of your way and give your children everything that you didn't receive. That's going to be your goal. Like, and that doesn't just mean material things. That can also be that nurturing, that love, that affection. You know what I'm saying? That you may have missed from your dad, or maybe Ma was too busy working and you really needed a hug that day, or you know what I'm saying? Those things you're gonna make sure you smother your kids in because you lacked it as a kid. You don't want them to feel what you felt.
Yeah.
You don't ever want your kids to feel what you felt, especially that pain, that hurt, or the disappointment, or frustration with your dad or your parent. You never want them to feel that. So I definitely feel where you're coming from. And when you have your child, Shawnee, I promise you, don't even worry about trying not to be like your dad. Because everything that you've learned coming up, everything that you've learned growing into a young woman, whether you have a son or a daughter, you're going to teach her the same things that your mother taught you.
Yep.
Or him. I'm sorry. I said her. That must mean you having a girl.
Hopefully.
But yeah, you're gonna teach her the same, or him the same things that your mother taught you, because she didn't teach you anything wrong. And yeah, your dad may have missed out on a lot, but see, I'm the child that lost her dad at 8. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still have time to make things right.
Exactly.
So you have the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You have the opportunity. Don't take advantage, but at the same time, come on now. Come on, Daddy. I'm gonna need you to, step it up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm grown, but I'm still your child.
And look this the gag to me, because we were talking about it. My dad practically like grew up with me, because when he had me, he was 18. So my mom already had 2 twins, so she in the ropes. She know what she's doing. But this is my first. You got 3 kids at 18. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about it like that too. Like, maybe he was like trying to find it, but for God's sake, like, he's like 30 now. You need to find it, and he's still acting the same. Like, God damn it! But but I came out all right. Also, mom was like, I did a damn good job. I said, yeah, you all right. You did.
Your mom did a damn good job. First of all, you're not even 30 yet. You own your own home, okay? You're not even 30 yet. You still ain't got no kids. That's such a blessing. I just want you to know that. I wish I would have dodged my baby father. I swear. Okay, to this day, I still say the same things. I wish I could have kept the kids and just listen. Okay, let's end that.
The delete button.
Yeah, let's end that. That's a whole nother conversation. But Shawnee, you had your own topic. We done struck a nerve with you, honey. We done touched on some things.
Ain't hit a knocker like that. Okay, my segment is taking L's, y'all. And how do you guys feel about taking L's? Does it like you have an issue with it, or you feel like it's a lesson learned situation?
Oh, I definitely got an issue with it. Oh, what's up? Not taking no L's in 2021. Oh, what's up? It's my year. I'm coming for everything that's due for me, period.
Okay, and that's what Mary had a little lamb.
Yes.
I feel like it helped me through life a lot. I took a lot. I took a lot in high school. Child, I did so many mistakes. And I just feel like it really helps to like reflect and come back from it and be like, look, okay, I did that. That was fucked up. Or I could have did it this way. I could have did it this way to make it different, or maneuver a certain way so I don't catch that. So how do y'all feel like? Have y'all ever had a moment where you could have just like backpedal or something and just say, okay, let me get myself together?
Yes. Okay. When I met my baby father, he catfished me and told me he was a firefighter. I should have left right then and there. Okay. So that's the L that I took.
Who else got some L?
I mean, I got one, but it's just like, I'll say talking to people, like ignoring the red flags. I've taken a lot of L's by ignoring a lot of red flags.
Yeah, giving people a benefit of the doubt too. That's my killer too.
Yeah, giving people the benefit of the doubt and trying to overlook their true colors. Like,
yeah,
that's my L.
Yeah. And it's like you're trying to give people a chance and you're not trying to be so judgy, but like it still backfire on you. And they try to clown you. I'm like, hold up, I try to get you a chance, sir.
They play big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, life is, I swear, life is like Uno. I always say life is like Uno. You know, you get a dash, you get draw 3, you get a draw 4, and somebody want to play the ghetto way, somebody want to play the classy way.
Girl, as soon as you call Uno, somebody hit your ass with a draw 4. You thought you was about to win, but then some shit just come out of nowhere and take you for a loop and all that. And you got to learn how to roll with them punches so you can get back to that one card and you can hit your Uno and be out. But guess what we're going to do though? We're not going to take these L's as losses. You need to take them as lessons.
Yes,
definitely lessons. They definitely lessons. I will say that because every time
just like she said,
you gotta change something up because it didn't work last. I'm about to take this L.
Nope. And obviously, if you keep doing the same thing, you ain't learned nothing.
Hello.
Exactly.
You ain't learned nothing. So it's only an L if you're gonna keep doing the same thing. You're gonna keep taking the L's. Yeah, cool. I did it. You know what I'm saying? I was fucked up, or I made the mistake, or I didn't do this right, or I could have did this better, or blah, blah, blah. But I learned from that. I learned not to do that shit again, okay? I rode that bike, and I didn't tie my shoe, and I fell off the bike. The shoe was stuck in the bike. I know not to at least wear shoes with shoestrings when I ride my bike. Or I know to tie my shoes. I'm not trying to fall.
I know to tuck mine in. I tuck mine in. Oh, what's that?
Yeah, like it's just, I don't know. I took a lot of L's, like got caught up dating 2 guys. I just wanted some pizza, and I got caught up with that shit. I said, God damn, I just wanted some pizza, and he was supposed to give me some ice cream. He said, I know him. I said, oh, okay, you know him. I said, that's just a little friend. Boy, I got cussed out. I hung up. That's all I could do. I hung up. That's all I could do. Hang up. It's just little L's just be having me like chuckle, like this gonna happen to me again. This gonna happen to me because what I did to that person. I'm saying it's part of karma too. It's like a family in karma.
I agree there, but some of the L's I took, I ain't do shit, so I'm confused.
Like it's like little stuff. You know, if I do little dumb shit and then come right back, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Pardon me because I did that. Something little, but not harm people, but like I'm not like that. So for you to do something, you have to do something to me and I'll do something to you back. Like have an attitude with me, I have an attitude. Cause I'm an ongoing person. I'm cool. I'm chilling. But yeah, like, you know, it's just part of life, man. It's just part of life. You gotta roll with the punches. If you can't take it, oh well, you gotta take it anyway, cause it's life.
It's definitely that.
If you can't take it, don't dish it out. Cause somebody like me, I'm gonna give it to you straight like that.
Yep. So Tay, what you got for us?
Well, first, I'm gonna start with asking Mike a question.
Okay.
All right. So, have you ever done some? Okay, yeah. Have you ever done something where you lost somebody's trust, and how did you get it back?
Oh. Yeah, I probably have. I just ask for forgiveness for the most part. I mean, yeah, yeah. You gotta give me a better question. I mean, I don't know. Are we talking about relationships or
It
friendships?
could be anything, friendships, relationship, job, anything.
Um, Jobs, no. Friendships, probably, yeah. Yeah, I just probably just rap like if it was a homie, then we just rapped and everything was everything. But like relationships, probably yeah, yeah. I probably did. I'm
Did you
pretty.
gain the trust back?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Probably yeah. I mean, probably my last relationship. Yeah, I probably messed up the trust, and then I didn't. You know, what I'm saying I ain't know how to get it back. So we just went our separate ways. But yeah, I've done it.
Anybody else?
I would love to talk and tell mine. Yeah. Yep. That's all I can say about that. Legally, that's all I can say. But yeah, I'm confined.
Anybody else?
Look, your best way is just to be honest. I take a page out of my book. Look, just ask for forgiveness. That's all you can do. Acknowledge where you went wrong, ask for forgiveness, and keep it moving. You feel me? Some people gonna respect it, some not. What's that?
Will. To
It's
change.
Look, I've definitely done some things to break people's trust. I think when it comes to breaking trust and trying to regain the trust, you definitely cannot force somebody to get over what you did to them or how you treated them. You know, I think along with honesty, if you want to regain somebody's trust, patience is one of the biggest things. Because you got people that's out here that's like, okay, I said I'm sorry, damn, get over it. Excuse me? No, I'm not going to get over it. Just because you said you were sorry doesn't actually mean that you mean that. Let alone, why do you give me a timeline? Why do you give me, you know what I'm saying? You got this amount of time before this just need to be over with, or you just need to get over it, or you know what I'm saying? Act like it didn't happen. No, no. So I really think that patience is one of the most important things with trying to regain somebody's trust. I mean, because trust is a hell of a thing. Okay. Like once I lose that with you, we might as well go ahead and call it quits. Like honestly, because I'm not gonna be able to trust nothing that you say, nothing that you do, the way that you treat me. I don't feel like it's gonna be genuine. Mm-mm. We might as well go ahead and cut that off. And if I've ever lost your trust, I mean, I know what I'm capable of, but it's on you whether you want to trust me again. And if I take that L, I know that that's a lesson, not to do that shit no more. So that's my take on trust and trying to get it back after you lose it.
You know what, Trinnie, my yellow sister, thank you. I 100% agree with you. And I want to change my answer. You know what? Anytime I'm ever getting a situation where I lose somebody trust, it's because I be reacting. It's always my reaction. And I don't really never, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to lose somebody trust, you don't really gotta lie to them. Sometimes you can be too honest to them and you lose their trust. So yes, I have lost people's trust by being too honest. And I'm gonna work on myself.
Mike, my yellow brother, I thought that you were going to leave that conversation off of the show. So I'm going to address that later
I'm talking about in
with
general.
all your yellowness.
I'm talking about in general. I'm talking about in
Mhm.
general. In general.
That's fine.
In general in life. You know, sometimes you when you it
Y'all see him trying to skip over that yellow part?
no, I'm yellow.
Yeah,
A little spicy.
that was what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about the yellow part.
I'm
Yeah,
yellow.
the yellow part.
Oh yeah, I'm yellow.
We know.
I'm
No,
yellow.
you about what they call that? Chamomile.
Oh no,
Uh,
when I said it, I meant it in an endearing way. I didn't mean it like when we was on the show. I meant it in an endearing way. No, we on the show, we sisters and brothers. We together. Off the show, we know what it is. I win.
That's all right. Wait till we get off. Wait till we get off this podcast. I got time, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I I'm gonna take that, you know what I'm saying, for what it is. You know, you gonna stop calling me yellow. Okay. But yeah, it's okay. It's all good. But yeah, go ahead, Shantae. I'm sorry. He got me a little emotional with the yellow thing.
It's okay, battle of the light skins. It's all right. All right, but to pick up the pace a little bit, I wanted to talk about threesomes.
Oh Lord.
Yes. And how do y'all feel about that?
In other words, she with the shit.
I know the way I feel. The way my heart is set up, I couldn't have no threesome. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's a no for me. And I feel
what's
like
up with you? What's up with you?
a lot. I can't. My heart won't let me do it. No. I feel like it opens up too much too. It's like Pandora's box. One person might like.
Are you
it
saying
more
a threesome with your significant other and then somebody else?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Okay. So what if this? Okay. So let's take the relationship part out of it, and let's say you had
some
friend.
Strangers?
No, I'm saying you had a friend that you have fun with. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all meet up, y'all go out, y'all friends, and it's just great. A friend, and let's try something. Let's do this. Like, let's add another female. Or
still a hard no for me. I'm
relationship behind it.
No, I still probably wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So
to each his own. You know what I'm saying? That's what you said.
From the guru. Okay. We're gonna get into it. Threesomes are fun. Threesomes are spontaneous. Threesomes are everything. But it's all about how you approach a situation. I've had great threesomes and I've had some terrible ones. So therefore, you have to be a very responsible person when you're dealing with multiple sexual partners. That goes with anything. You need to be responsible with your emotions and physically. So you have to be a mature individual in order to deal with even thinking about consuming in those activities. It's not for the weak. Okay?
Or the weak-minded. Or the weak-hearted.
Or the weak.
Yes.
Because it's going down.
It's a no for me. It's a no for me.
You want to come over here? Let me
I can teach you a thing or two.
I've seen like the bad side of it too, though.
Let me teach you something so you can learn.
Let me show you this right quick.
No, I'm good in the department. But like I said, I've seen the bad side of a threesome. Like my friends have done it and they've stopped being friends because of it. So it's like,
girl, and I had the same experience, honey. Breach.
So it's like, is it worth it on that aspect of it too? Like,
yeah, different strokes for different folks. I definitely understand that. Me personally,
what your motivation is.
Yeah,
like,
me personally, it's like it's fun.
I know of people who've done it because they were trying to sit there and save their relationship. And they're like, if I do this, then, that's going to make me the top one and things like that.
No, that's definitely going to make you the bid, but moving along.
Hello.
But people, everybody don't look at it like, they don't look at it like that. They think that they're going to sit there, they're going to be able to save something, whatever. But I guess I think it's motivation. I don't know. I feel like a lot of liquor got to be involved, and
Yeah, and also I feel like
all that
emotionally involved. Like some people, end up in those situations and become involved with too emotionally involved. When everybody's doing this for their own personal pleasures, but most of the times people are having threesomes. It's usually for the physical connection. I don't know about no mental connection. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we having fun, but at the end of the day, it's time for this bitch to go home, back to her home. You feel me? I don't want this bitch calling next week.
Right, because she done got emotionally tied to that thing.
And if I ain't gonna be her ass,
that's why
I'm gonna let you have
a hard no for me.
You go ahead on with that bitch, because I ain't dealing with it. You feel me? That whoever the person I'm bringing in, they supposed to be for fun, for pleasure only. But if that shit get twisted and go another motherfucker, No, honey, you got it. But like that's why I said again, these things are not meant for the weak-minded people. These things are meant for people who are open, and it shouldn't be no relationship saver. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not something that's ever gonna save your relationship. Oh, honey, bring another person in the bedroom. No, you just got finessed
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty
into
much.
pleasing somebody's fantasy that's not even for you. So now at this point, you've been used. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be something that you and your partner should both be agreeing on, because this is something that both of you all want. It's something, you know, that's y'all freaks out. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Listen, I
Yeah,
am not.
you're right.
I am not. I am, and surprisingly, I am siding with Shantae. I don't give a fuck. Okay? If my heart is in that thing, I'm not sharing you with nobody. Are you tripping?
Hello.
Especially when I know how good that thing is, and that's why I'm
Hello.
stingy with it. I'm not letting nobody else jump on that. Sit next to she calling, it's like, hey, y'all. No, Now in a relationship, I would only be interested if there were two other people, not just one. Because if I got to sit here and watch you, yes, yeah, absolutely. It'll be one male, one female. Because
Oh, so
if
it's
I
a
got to
party.
sit there, oh, it's a whole party. It got to be. Because I'm not about to let her sit there and enjoy you. And I'm just sitting here watching y'all get y'all shit
It's
off.
like double dutch. You try to
And
see
I'm
when you
not
got
about to be.
No, because everybody will be dead in that situation. I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm not gonna
Everybody
be
gotta die.
stingy.
Like, no.
I'm not gonna be well, it all depends also on the sex, you know what I'm saying, of the person. Like if it's another dude, I'm not about to just let you watch me get my shit ate up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to just let you, watch me get my back broke. You know what I'm saying? I want you to join in. But
look, don't let him be better than your dude though.
oh, see, that's problems. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be like, but you asked for this.
Bitch,
You wanted
enjoying
this.
yourself, bitch.
Yeah, you wanted this. You asked for this. So I feel like right now, you know what I'm saying? My mindset is absolutely 100% not. I just can't.
Yeah, not
Nah.
my current situation. Hell no. Not sure.
No, sir. I'm not letting this one out of.
Hello, baby.
No. You
want to
get exotic?
Tuck mine in. What Mo say? I'm gonna tuck it in. Tuck that one
Okay.
in.
Yeah. No, we're not doing none of that. Gray sweatpants. Go change your clothes. We ain't leaving out till you go change.
Where the fuck you going with them goddamn gray sweatpants?
Where is you going with them pants? He don't even wear gray sweatpants. That's the great part. He don't even wear them. I'm like, good.
But you know, my question be like, so out of all the sweatpants, you ain't got no gray sweatpants. Now I'm thinking you lying. Where the fuck your gray sweatpants?
Nope.
I've never, like, until now, I ain't never met a man that ain't had no gray sweatpants. So I'm like, nah.
Slim loves to wear black. He loves to wear black. Now, I tell you this. I'm taking him. We're going somewhere for his birthday, right? I'm going to buy him a pair of gray shorts, right? Little sweat material Jones, little Nike Jones, maybe, you know.
Like this is set up.
And we're going to go somewhere else. And I want to see that thing in them gray shorts. But, see, we ain't going to see none of these bitches when we get back home. So, it ain't going to matter. Not to me, it ain't. Because, yeah, I'm trying to enjoy that in a different place and then go back home and be like, oh, yeah, so what you saying? What happened there? So, yeah, that's my little spiel on threesomes. You better bring somebody else and be a foursome because ain't nobody gonna have no fun. Goddamn.
All us.
Y'all wow for that.
You had to bring that little after dark question in before we end the podcast, huh?
Spice it up real quick for the one time.
One time.
But thank you all for tuning into Facts. Once again, here we are dropping some greatness on y'all. Make sure you subscribe to 613 Faye. Make sure you check out our other podcasts as well.
Good night. Good morning. Have a great day.
Whenever time you're watching, thank you for your support.